My name is Sue Sulzer. I am very happily ensconced in SG1 here at Wytham. I came from Constantia, from a large home with a very large garden, and it was starting to get me down. And luckily, someone suggested that there might be a unit here at Wytham for me, which I very, very happily, once I'd viewed it and chatted to the people here, which was most important, decided to move and sell my home and move with my lovely dog to Wytham. Well, my dog is a Ridgeback, and I was a little bit, in fact, very nervous at first because I didn't know how she would fit in, how others would accept her, people who didn't have pets. But having a pet policy at Wytham really is an amazing thing. I find people walking up to me when I'm out walking her and patting her head and talking to her. And I think probably the pet policy calms and makes people feel automatically at home or connected somehow to the person or the animal. I have noticed that she's had a lovely effect on everybody. Having been here just for a very short space of time, I knew immediately there were so many like-minded people living here. And I think the people are what makes it ultimately, even though our units are really, really well finished inside and just well appointed, actually. So I am delighted to be here with her. I had chatted to the developer, Gus, and he had assured me that as many trees as possible were going to be kept. And that was hugely important to me because coming from the green belt where I was living, that was what I saw every day. And it was just something really important to me environmentally as well as for me personally. And then I met the estate manager here and the wellness manager, and both of whom were and are absolutely amazing, made us feel immediately at home and somehow smoothed the path in so many ways that I probably have forgotten now. But if I were to sit and think about it, every time something came up, we were assisted. And that has gone on all the way through here at Wytham. There are people who give you a hand if there's something going wrong. There's a facilities manager to call, and he's great. He'll pop in and advise or help or fix whatever needs fixing. And the same thing for healthcare. If I were to have a problem, I know immediately there's our wellness section with the most amazing wellness manager who will take care of me. And I think all of us here just feel such a huge burden has been removed knowing just that. What I would say to anyone considering perhaps coming to Wytham and having to go through that huge, it's a trauma actually. It's more than just a decision. It's a trauma. The home, I know I built my own home. And so I was very attached to my home and had been there on my own for 20 years. So it was a big decision. But the relief and the cathartic experience almost of shedding stuff, I'm calling it stuff, but I mean many were very sentimental pieces that I had. But ultimately you realize and also reason with yourself that you cannot take all this stuff with you finally at the end of your life. And it's so much really of a relief. That's about the best I can explain it, to be freer and feel lighter in spirit and lighter in material goods. And I love my units. It's a small one, but I have 2 bedrooms. I have set up an office. I have everything that I want. I have to be a little bit more careful about where I put everything because there's a space for thing and everything in its own space. But once you're organized, everything is amazingly to hand and everything works.